I'm gonna rant the fuck out of today. Provided my lungs can handle it. Okay, so January 24th, 8th day 8,032 out of 14,600. Physical health 7 out of 10, mental health 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10 career productivity, 6 out of 10 friendships, relationships, 8 out of 10 happiness. Up at 5:30 at the gym for 5:40. Did assault bikes for 10 minutes, and then we were stretching for the rest of it until about 6:15, 6:20. Back for about 6:30. Shower till 6:45. Breakfast 6:50 to 7:30 with 3 of the boys. At work for 6:45. Off to another spot for a 2-day seawater reverse osmosis desalination maintainer course. And then at lunch I did a chest and shoulders pump. Running through the course with 2-3 fellas. The actual volumetric dude all day till 3 o'clock. So we were doing that course until 3 o'clock. We were back about 3:30. And I had a nap from 4 to 7:30, so 1600 to 1930. Following up on the car claim, trying to find a new car, arranging a move to a new place direction, figuring out what I want to move to the new place. Finding time to eat in there. Finished trauma emergencies and care course, so that's 4 out of 6 emergency medical training specialization courses finally completed. For the EMT specialization, started emergency care, pregnancy, infants and children course. That was interesting. That was messed up to think about, but there might be a possibility that I'll be delivering a baby or being present. And learning about it was fantastic. It was amazing. It was so much valuable information, especially if I ever get to that point, then I'll got an idea of what to expect. The phases, trimesters, certain complications. I was chatting with my mentor from 10 to 11 o'clock. And then after that, I was finishing week 1 of that pregnancy course. So I finished that. I only got 3 weeks left. And I was objective journaling from 11:50 till 12:15. Subjective journaling until 12:30. Journaling until 12:45. Meditating until 1 o'clock. And I should be in bed for 1 o'clock or so. I brushed my teeth at 11:15. It's 12:23 right now, so 7 minutes early, but we're pretty well. We're going to rant for definitely around 7 minutes. 2 roses. I'm happy that I said yes this morning to that S-Rod maintainer course. That was dope because I learned a lot. And I'm grateful to be a good soccer player. You know what? I was speaking about it with my mentor today, and I'm happy that I can go and let my mind just switch off while I kick some soccer balls for a bit. I'm not thinking. It's one of the only ways that I can de-stress, actually, because we're gonna go through why I'm so uptight in a sec. But yeah, I'm pretty happy that I can show up and just switch my brain off and just get lost in the rhythm of the ball and feeling my legs and stuff. But one thorn, I'm bothered by how much I hold back my stress. I think it's starting to affect me a lot. I try not to show it to the best of my abilities, but I'm so stressed all the time. That's kind of what there's actually a bit of an outlet for me to relieve some of that stress. That's why I do this so much extensive journal logging and journaling. But I'm looking forward to applying my financial foundations. I've done a lot of research over the last couple of years, fundamental research on financial literacy, and I hope that I can use that to really diversify my knowledge and my abilities when it comes to making informed financial decisions, especially stressful financial decisions down the road. One memory, the first self-help book that I read was called Who Moved My Cheese? Very short. It was 2 pages. So such a short. Actually, no, I think it was 20 pages. But it's such a short book. It was about embracing change and the high risk that it assumes. So just keep that in mind. Fitness, 2 hours. Career, 8 hours. Living, 2 hours. Growth, 3 hours. Rest and recovery, 0. And sleeping, 9. Okay. Why am I so stressed? Stress and shit. Why am I stressing about shit? Alright, so I started tried to break it down into a bunch of different areas. Okay. So I break down my days generally into like my temporal investments, which are going to be like my fitness, career, living, growth, rest and recovery, and sleeping. Um, and I sort of broke it down similarly for my areas of stress. Career, schooling and learning, social and emotional, financial, personal, and scheduling. So we're gonna start with career. So again, I'm just gonna rant about what I'm stressed out about, and it's not the 24th of January. It's the 25th of January. I think I said the 24th. Anyways, um, so career, lining up my next career. So I don't want to stay in this exact job that I'm at, but I hope to switch it out into the next one, which I gotta. There is like a whole process and a prerequisite requirement for that career, and I gotta meet that. Firstly, that fitness standard. Secondly, that knowledge standard, and thirdly, that teamwork capability standard, because that is a very real limiting factor in many people's success in applying to such a career. Courses that I want to take. So there's military first aid, shifting diver course, boarding party course, attack team leader, helo crash rescue, BCS. Like these are all courses that I want to take to progress my career. But I don't know when or if I'm going to fit into any of them. And I got to show people how much I want it, I guess. I want to get an engineering degree while I'm here, which is going to be like a 6-year commitment, which is going to be something in the back of my mind that I think I'll be able to maintain, but whatever. Deployment schedule for this year. Am I going to be able to deploy early this year, late this year? Am I going to be able to fit military soccer in there? Because I really want to go to regionals and nationals again. That was fantastic. So I might be able to do some sailing here and then go for soccer. Take a couple months, take 2 months off for soccer, and then leave again for another deployment at the end of the year. I also want to do NTOG selection, which is going to be a lot of close quarters combat training. I don't know if I can handle that, but that's something that I want to do as a preparation, as like a foundation to step up to the next level in my career, which is going to be a higher level of selection, right? Training deficiency. I'm on ship. I got a bunch of training packages that I gotta complete so that I can move to the next, or that I can like get my qualifications and then move on to the next step in the career. And we haven't been able to train at all, right? Because we've been so freaking busy. There's such an administrative mess. No one was on ship for the last 2 weeks to be able to train me, so I wasn't able to study and get any signatures. But I was still studying down, loading myself with a bunch of information, and then literally just brain dumping it and not revisiting it. But like I got a basic understanding of certain electrical equipment. But sailing days, I got 3 years worth of promotions. I'm at fucking like 12 or 15 sailing days, and some people that are lower ranked than me have 300, 400 sailing days. But I did take the last year off to play soccer, but whatever. It still stresses me out. Accountant, chain of command correspondence. I have no way of communicating with my chain of command virtually, and that's how most people communicate. No one knows where I'm at administratively. I'm literally just there. They take an attendance. My name's there. They have no idea what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I want to do, why I want to do it, and I have no way of tracking my progress at all. Scheduling and learning. Okay, so that was career. Just my career blocks. It's my career rant. Scheduling and learning. So I'm 4 out of 6 courses through my emergency medical training certification. I am 3 out of 4 courses through my bookkeeping certification. I got to still write these certifications. So yes, I got to do all the courses, and then I got to do like a preparatory preparation course to write that finalist certification. And am I prepared for that? Fuck no. I know that obviously I got to finish up the last 3 courses. But oh my gosh. But I'm gonna have to write those 2 certifications outside of my full-time job and outside of all the other commitments that I have. MTT preparation, so medical technician training. So I was given a bunch of research to do, and I did all the research, and I got notes on it, and I have to revisit it, but I don't have a deadline so that I can revisit it on, and it's supposed to occur every Friday in the afternoon, and I don't know when it's going to occur, but I need that account in the chain of command correspondence to be able to converse with this person that's organizing that med technician training, which, whatever. So I want to do cue cards to line up all the different, pharmaceuticals that I gotta know, and the different types of anaphylactic reactions, and the different stages of fucking traumas and shit like that, right? And all the different limericks and acronyms that you can use to help you, get a proper medical history for somebody, or approach different medical situations, right? Like how to, what are the steps every time you show up to a scene? What sort of PPE do you need? Multi-casual instances, right? Like plane crashes. What's the order of triage? The different color coding systems, right? All that stuff I could put on these cue cards and organize in such a way that I'm prepared for this medical technician training, right? And I got a basic understanding, right? But I want to revisit all these notes that I have because I've been making so many notes from the different courses that I've been taking, right? But I got to do it first, and that means that I would need a due date or a reason to do it or a purpose to do it and progress that medical knowledge background. But right now I don't really have enough of a purpose to progress that outside of just doing this this extracurricular education just for the shit of it, so that I can actually have an understanding and a theoretical background of applying the knowledge when I go for the ride-alongs with the paramedics. And I was already asking my mentor about what other sort of opportunities I should explore for exposing myself to more traumatic instances, and in the medical field. And he was recommending I look into another organization in the city. And apparently I got a certification already that I didn't even know about that I could use to get in. Martech review. I have so many freaking notes on being a Martech, and all the different systems, and if I reviewed them, and if I actually read them over once a week, which I don't outside of work, work is work, and I keep all my study about work at work. But if I freaking read it through like once a week, twice a week, maybe even 3 times a week, even if I just skim through it, 20 minutes, half an hour before bed, I'd be able to have a much better grasp of all the information, all the concepts, and all the different, the different lead and lag set points, all the alarms, the high and low alarms, the temperature alarms, right? The operating pressures, the operating parameters, the start permissives, the stop permissives, right? Like some of the troubleshooting for the different types of equipments on ship, right? But, I don't review it, so I don't really got a good idea. And again, there's no one on ship to train me, so that sucks. Schedule and learning as well. Schooling and learning. So real estate and financial foundations prep. So I'm gonna start looking into apartment, but I know that the next step after that, I'm gonna start looking into much more developed assets such as real estate. And I don't really know shit about that, but I know that that's gonna be the next step. My original plan was to get a bookkeeping certification, a real estate certification, and then and then get into insurance policies, sales contracts, and trailing commissions, which I originally started I joined a network marketing World Financial Group, and I was doing trailing commissions and insurance policies, right? And I started that, and I was getting educated on that, which was great. And I still have a lot of that work on it. But then I sort of inverted back into real estate, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm way too far behind for this. And then I went back to basic foundations, and then it was too slow. And now I've been trying to build it back up, but basically 2 years of financial tracking and financial numeracy and basic financial foundations, and we'll see where it goes from there. I need to build that part of my life though, because it's still slow. Social and emotional. Okay. Reputation on ship. I'm a dick. I'm freaking. You know what? I'm confident in my shit. I know what I'm doing. I got an idea. I got a life outside of work, right? Work is not my be all end all, my pinnacle of my life. I don't go home and fucking masturbate and play games all day. Obviously I still do masturbate here and there. I don't really play games, and I don't watch TV. And a lot of people are talking about the shows that they want to watch, and I don't really bond with people over that shit. I'm looking at different avenues of personal growth, right? What other value do you bring to the table, right? What other avenues of knowledge do you have? I don't think it's wrong to look at people that way, but everybody has value because of the temporal commitments that they've had, and I think that there's different value that you can place on different temporal commitments, right? If you have spent fucking 300 hours of your life on Fortnite, does that mean you're a very valuable person? Maybe on Fortnite, that's great, but that's not my area of interest or expertise, so I don't really care. So reputation on ship, kind of concerned about that, trying to control that. And yes, I know that it's not. It's it's all generic to say that you can't really worry about what other people think of you, right? But at the end of the day, who your network is your net worth, and who is how you succeed. And if you're not building a good reputation for yourself, even from the start, you're gonna slow yourself down. So yeah, it's bugging me, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm actually standing. And right now, a lot of people don't really know me because I've been gone for a long time, and I've still pissed off a couple people in the process. But anyways, arrogance on the field. I'm very arrogant on the soccer field, right? Like, I'm confident in my craft. I can score goals. I can run pretty freaking fast. I need to get footage of it up eventually as well. But I'm still fucking arrogant as hell, and I know that it pisses people off, and some people judge me for it. But that's something that I'm trying to, like, ego control is a thing. Enemies around. So there's a list of enemies that I got now, and you know what? Some people value thing, right? Like, if you don't bring that level of value to my life, then I don't really care about you. And some people can't wrap their minds around that because there's things that I see about them that obviously I guess are insecurities for them. And, you know, I don't really fucking vibe with it. It's not me, right? It's not who I am. And I just fucking push them away, and then they hate me for it, right? So I've been there's a couple people that have really started turning their backs on me and really fucking snubbing their nose up, and I know that I know that a lot of that stuff's going to come back and bite me in the ass. Pissed off supervisors. So I think there's like 3 supervisors that I butted heads with now, and we'll see where that goes. A lot of that is also because of my administrative disaster, right? Like, I'm, you know, that early promotion, that advanced promotion, not having to take a couple courses because of my previous schooling, that stuff's all been a bit of a administrative mess. Intellectual loneliness and psychological intervention. So I need to see a psychologist or psychiatrist or somebody, an expert in the field, and start picking their brain. Personal reasons. Financial. Budgeting, too lenient. So I'm like, I'm giving myself a little bit too much wiggle room. On monthly budgets, and you know, that's why I'm sort of making some of my fucking stressful financial mistakes, like buying a $300 bike that doesn't fucking work, or buying a $300 set of Beats headphones. To be fair, I'm enjoying the Beats headphones a lot more than the bike. But anyways, recruiting allowance, next of kin for the plane ticket refund, car claim. I'm at 9 months out of 24 months. Yes, it's only 9 months out of 24 months, but I'm chasing down these fucking insurance companies, and it's such a pain in the arse. Investment capital, where my investments are at. Can I use it as collateral for other investments? Can I leverage the investments that I have, etc. Extensive and excessive wiggle room. Again, we already sort of touched base on that. CPay backlog. I haven't gotten CPay for the last year, and that's something that I got to bring up with somebody who needs to hear it eventually. But because there's such an administrative disaster at work, I can't do it right now. And that's another thing that I just gotta, like, you know what, I'm just sitting on it right now. New car potential. Maybe I'll get a new car. I was speaking to my mentor about it. He doesn't think it's a good idea. I just ate a fucking a package of Mr. Noodles, and I feel like shit right now. Oh, my stomach's yelling at me. And then apartment. Will I get an apartment? Hopefully. I need to move out of here. Fuck this shit. Military quarters are great. It's a great room, but I'm losing my mind. And a job. Do I need a second job? Can I fit in a second job? Do I have enough time? I don't think I have enough time, but will a job be a good idea? Maybe. Personal. Family problems. Brother. Not on good talking terms. Wish I was. Really miss him. He's probably getting a lot smarter over there. Be nice to talk to him, but I can't. Heart and ladies. My heart, I know what my heart wants, and it wants to fucking settle down, be comfortable, relax, kick my feet up, spend some quality time with somebody that my heart desires. But I can't, because it's the life that I'm choosing to live for this time during my monkhood. 6 months of monkhood, then I go 2 months of relaxing during the summer. That would be so nice if I can line that up properly. Go somewhere nice and warm with somebody. It'd be a very expensive vacation, but hopefully a very worthwhile one. Doubt. I'm doing so much extra shit, so much extracurricular activity, and I'm not getting any return on investment at all. Shit all. Right? I get a tiny little dopamine hit from seeing the fucking 3 viewers that come back and return to these YouTube videos, which is great. Thank you for that support. But it's not a return on investment. It's nothing. I got nothing. And I'm putting a lot of time into getting educated on different areas of expertise. Fitness, especially, right? Like, that's not something that you can really measure the return on investment for, but, like, all those fucking naturopathic supplementations back there, there's a whole, you can't really see it. I'm trying out different things to try and master my health, and, like, it's hard to gauge that. Training, physical as well, right? Like, you can't train how strong your muscles are getting, really. Right? Like, yes, you can monitor it, I guess, if you're actually lifting semi-regularly, but I prefer to play sports because I hate fucking standing there moving iron. It just doesn't make sense. Energy deficiency. This week I've been fucking low on energy. I don't know why. Right now I'm just kind of on, like, cracked up, I swear, because, like, I had my creatine in my smoothie and at, like, fucking 8 o'clock, and I think that my mind's just chewing through it right now, and that's why I have so much. And I feel really good because I spoke to somebody about this shit that I'm stressing out about. So yeah, energy deficiency. It's freaking depressing out there. There's no sun, right? And it's like raining all the time. It's just fucking miserable, right? Every time I go out, I'm like, oh wait, another rainy day. That's great, right? I'm gonna fucking freeze my ass on the way to work. Quality of life. Right now it sucks. I'm fucking sitting down studying a lot, and yes, I get to play sports. That's great. I get to de-stress a little bit, right? But I don't get to really enjoy the luxuries of life right now, by choice, by design. But it still fucking sucks, and it fucking has a hard mental impact. And yes, it's a positive it's a positive feedback loop, and you keep on building and you keep on building, and you find a higher level of satisfaction with more delayed gratuities, whatever, if that makes sense, right? Like, the winning is only that top 2%, but that winning bracket gets higher and higher and higher, and the quality of that win is higher and higher, but it takes a higher temporal investment to get there. Episode 9 of This Raw Life. I gotta fucking put up episode 9 of the podcast and edit it, and then post it. Which last time took me a whole fucking week to get around to do, and hopefully it won't take that long this week. But I'm basically betting a lot of money on Saturday, sitting my ass down and spending fucking 8 hours in front of a computer, or in front of a book reading. YouTube channel. It's great. I'm happy. I'm having a lot of fun doing it in my own way. And it's a nice little stress outlet for all intents and purposes, but it's not fucking, like, no ROI. There's semi-current viewers, right? Which is fantastic. Like I said, thank you. But it's fucking, like, I'm trying to create and trying to bring it up, but it's only 2 months in. It still stresses me out though. Gotta get my YouTube. Gotta diversify the content. Gotta build something new. Organization. How the fuck do I stay organized with all these different commitments that I'm working on, right? Like, I don't know how many other people are actually doing this, and I like to believe that a lot of people are handling a lot of different commitments similar to this. I don't know how many they're handling simultaneously like this, but, like, they're obviously handling a lot of commitments, and, like, I want to see how other people stay organized and aren't losing their shit all the time, because I feel like I'm, like, subtly, subconsciously losing my shit. Physical health. My legs are fucking taking beatings. I'm not stretching. I'm not doing yoga. I'm not doing mobility. I wish I was. My fucking body is telling me that I need to stretch. I need to do contrast therapy. I need to fucking put vitamin E on my cyst to try and shrink it, and put iodine to try and cure it. But I can't, because I'm meditating. I'm fucking reading before bed. And in the morning, I'm not in the mood to fucking do it because I'm going out and doing cardio first thing. So there's things that I should add in. De-stress. Can I de-stress? Should I de-stress? Is it even worth de-stressing? Is the elevated levels of cortisol worth the drive that you build through elevating those levels? All right, I don't know. Do I need to de-stress? Probably. How do I de-stress? Well, soccer is like my best way, but it's only temporary. Monkhood. Is the monkhood good for me? I'm having doubt about the monkhood. I think it's worth it. I'm 90% certain. I'm 90% certain that it's worth it, but right now, again, I haven't had any ROI. And last one. Scheduling. Mondays, podcast, soccer. Tuesdays, soccer and study. Wednesdays, study, coursework, pool, and sauna. Thursdays, soccer and guitar. Fridays, medical tech training, volunteering, and then no social life in the evening by design. That's my fucking life right now. And I hope there's several things that people that are watching these can relate to. But, like, I'm trying to keep my cool on ship and at work and abroad in that life, but like right now my quality of life is shit, and it fucking hurt. It sucks, and I don't really rant that often, except to fucking the void of eternity. Um, but I really hope to shit that I do not die before I realize how worth it this commitment is to my own development and growth. Right? I'm learning a lot. Am I applying it? No, not at all. Right? I need to fucking start feeling the fulfillment of applying the knowledge that I'm learning and absorbing. Right? Because right now, it's just fucking stressing me out and twisting me up. And I know that I'm losing control of my tendencies at times because of it. Right? Like let's say when I'm interacting with people and and I'm like, you know, why the fuck did I say that? Or what was I thinking? Right? And some of the time I just put in autopilot because I'm stressed out and because I'm low energy and I'm not really conscious of my emotions, right? I'm just sort of trying to regurgitate. And I can't really troubleshoot and think through and be put on the spot and think on the spot. But um, my stomach's fucking hurting. I shouldn't have eaten those Mr. Noodles. I told myself I wasn't going to. Whoever's watching these, I hope that you fucking. I hope you understand what I'm going through. Because it's stress and shit. It's fucking stress. And I hope I don't stress you out more. But, yeah, no, I'm trying here. I'm trying not to lose my shit, but it's fucking stressful. It's peaceful at the end of the night though. I come out here, unload the day on these journal logs, and then I go and then I meditate for those 10 minutes, and it like slows down my mind. But sometimes I swear to God, takes 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes to slow down my mind. Tonight it's probably gonna take. I'm not gonna get to sleep until 1:32 a.m. Right? It's gonna be in that ballpark. Um, and fucking my training partner in the morning says we're starting early, so I'm probably gonna be up at like fucking 4:45, 5 a.m. and I really don't want to. I don't know if I'm gonna actually get up. I might just fucking be like, nope, and go back to sleep. But Friday's supposed to be sleeping. As long as I survive tomorrow, then I'll be happy. But we're supposed to have soccer practice after work. I'm stuck on the seawater desalination systems all day. We're gonna be troubleshooting the system, so it's like the assessment day. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna fucking be awake and receptive by the time I hit guitar practice at the end of the day. I might be throwing down one, two, three caffeine tablets, maybe a coffee. I thought today was gonna be a coffee day. I had a fucking orange pekoe tea with a little bit of caffeine, and that kept me wired and through the whole day. But I did take a pump a little bit at lunch, and that pushed a little bit of blood throughout my body, which was nice. Because otherwise I would have fucking been passing out during that course today. And and I also just set a goal, 3.5 weeks, 300 page book, and see if I can pump out 100 pages a week for the next 3 weeks. See if I can get it done. I did it last year, but I think it took. I think it was 10 weeks. I had 10 weeks, and it was a 360 page book or something. So it was like 36 pages. No, that seems a little low. No, my goal was to do about 80 pages a week, so just about 12 pages a day or something, and I finished that book like a week and a half earlier than expected, which was dope. That was a Blue Ocean Strategy. It was a marketing book, and it was a fantastic book. Like I have not learned so much from a book. Do I remember it? Not a chance, but I took a lot of notes in my research journal, and I will revisit those when the time is right, and I should be looking at marketing strategies. Um, God, I'm fucking stressed out. 80% discomfort, 20% reflection. That was my goal for this month. That was one of my main goals on my fucking little board right there. And discomfort, that sure is correct. Sure is correct. It's been a busy fucking month. month 1 of Monkhood round 2. Next month's gonna be so much worse. uh. Anyways, that's fucking half an hour of me ranting. I'm content with that. Thanks for tuning in. If you are, if you aren't, then you're missing out as always. Go get busy. Go get yourself stressed out, and hope that it might be worth it one day. But toodles.